It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And up next, we'll see Russell Wilson. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Broncos and the Pats on Sunday night primetime.
Thank you. On a cold night at the foot of the Rockies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, Colorado. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Denver Broncos. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of it.
A happy Christmas Eve to all. What a good one we have in store as we are underway here in Week 16. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. And bringing them out is one of the most exciting players in the NFL every season. A former MVP, it's Lamar Jackson.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, as you can see, they're not operating at full health today, partner. That's been a big story the last couple of weeks. But the bottom line, their record is solid, and you know that this is still a very dangerous team, even with those guys missing.
What they have shown us throughout this season is that this team is stable.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay and then breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Throwing is Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. T.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. The Patriots send out their punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. Muscles him off. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Well, the Broncos offense gets set to go to work, and at the helm in his second season wearing orange and blue, Russell Wilson.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This is 2nd and 8. Throwing is Wilson. That's to the rookie, Marvin Mims. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And a nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Wilson. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Wilson. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Now it's Wilson. Hard throw, incomplete. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back, because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
The kick by Lutz is good, and the Broncos the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-0.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Short pass caught by Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Jackson.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Now it's Jackson.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Play action. Now Jackson going top shelf for Smith-Schuster.
That is incomplete.
And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Short pass caught by Henry. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete.
And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number. And he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders.
And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. 1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Jackson. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. Boy, plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And that will tie us at 3-3. The distance was never the question there, but he gets a friendly bounce to carom that thing through the uprights.
Yeah, and when you're trying to hit from 50-plus, you got to expect the ball's going to slide one way or the other. So he's pretty fortunate there that he's able to bank this one in.
So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC.
And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wild card spots with 2 weeks to go, but You know, there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And, Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So, in theory, more teams alive for a postseason berth later in the year.
Now Wilson on second down.
That caught by Manhertz.
A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. They'll throw on first down with Wilson.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And the Pats are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 3-3, a tight one after one on EA Sports. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Stevenson gets it again on second down.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Jackson now. Forced out to his left. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and it's 2nd down. To throw is Jackson.
This one swung out to Montgomery.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now it's Jackson. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. Here's Jackson. Short pass caught by Henry.
And he is going to pick up a Patriots first down. Well, they take a chance there on 4th and 1, but it's a gain of 3 and a new set of downs.
They go play action with Jackson. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to...
Touchdown, Patriots! Mike Gesicki, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bullying his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And the lead is now 10-3. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Antoine Woods, never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack.
Back to throw. Wilson setting up the screen to Pirine. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
Here comes Peppers. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the 1st.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they'd pick up the 1st. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Henry here.
And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other, a gain of 6. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
This 2nd and 4.
From the gun, it's Jackson.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson.
That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. His throw caught right around the 6. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Stevenson bowling his way into the end zone. It's a touchdown. So a great second effort there as he's able to stay upright and get into the end zone.
I think not just a second effort. I think a 3rd effort was what got him in. Maybe possibly even a 4th.
Yeah, whatever it was, he was not going to be denied. Now Ryland for the PAT.
It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. That time a 9-play drive.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Alec Pierce, a touchdown catch in the victory. We'll stay in the NFC South. We head to Carolina to check on the Panthers, and they were losers in that one to the visiting Green Bay Packers. Aaron Jones, a touchdown run in the victory. And lastly, we'll all be tuned in on Monday night for what should be a great one between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. We saw a solid first half from the Oklahoma man, Ramondre Stevenson. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. 17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Wilson. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Matt Judon buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack.
Looking to throw. Wilson.
There's Manhurts, the tight end.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Returning is Peppers.
A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return.
And the Patriots take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Jackson from the shotgun.
That's complete. Demario Douglas with it.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
To the right side, this is Stevenson.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down.
Sure didn't take this offense long to get within striking distance of the end zone. 2 plays.
Feel the energy? You can just feel it, can't you? Because they are creating it on offense, the way they're running the football. Now they've swept into the red zone. Momentum all on their side.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Jackson to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Just a gain of a couple there, and that'll make it second down.
Brings up second and 8 at the 18-yard line.
Jackson. Finding Bourne here over the middle.
And the Patriots are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Throwing is Jackson. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal.
A pickup of 2. Brings up second and goal at the 6-yard line.
To throw again is Jackson. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Patriots have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Denver's offense ready to go again. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Here's Wilson to throw. He shakes him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. Fielded at the 33. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll set up to run the quarterback draw.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
Denver's offense now set to go.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson.
That complete over the middle. He's got Manhertz, the tight end.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Play action. Now Wilson.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Stevenson gets it again on 2nd down.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
They run once more with Stevenson.
And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Inside give to Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And this one too low. Will Jordan Humphrey, the intended receiver.
But it's going to be 2nd down. Now Wilson. He'll get this out to his running back, Pirine. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Throwing is Wilson. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
That's taken on the 25.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. New England trying to get a place on offense. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance, if they want, to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 55 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
That one good for 13 at a New England first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Now a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 23-yard line.
Again, it's Stevenson.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first